We're back at the 011 Street Society's closed track, and today we're not here for list racing. Okay, the front-wheel drive list will be running, but we're also going to witness a cash night. The stakes are real tonight, just like the autoplay initiation campover race weekend would have been. That's right, after the loss of our fellow racer, Leon Grobler, and a lot of deliberation, it's with a very heavy heart that we've decided to cancel the initiation race weekends. Everyone who bought any initiation products has already been refunded, and you would have also received store credit to half the value of your initiation purchases. We'll tell you more about what happened to Leon and how that affected the initiation challenges later. For now, let's get back to what we came here for: racing.
Drive the X5 tonight.
You did very well yesterday.
I don't know where the 11.5 came from though, because I got the printout and my best was 11.6.
I'm sure there's an 11.58. I'm sure there was an 11.58.
We also had.
I'll have the videos. But they won't let you enter the cash night.
No, they won't let me into the park.
It's not fair. Where's the 135?
Undisclosed.
For the front-wheel drive list, we have the Tweak Performance Golf 7 GTI, Dolph in his B18 Turbo Civic, Johan in his turbocharged Mazda FE-powered Bantam, Ryan in his 20-valve 4AGE Turbo boosting 1.7 bar, followed with a healthy shot of NOS, George in the VR6 Turbo Mark II Golf, and last but not least, Callan in the Strada Performance Polo GTI. The rest of the cars racing tonight are here for the cash night. Danny's SR20 powered Datsun GX, as well as his SR20 powered Corolla, and Raymond in his Mazda FE powered Corolla. Graham in his X5M with a lot of NOS, and Ilant in his Golf 7R running a JB and downpipe. Jacques brought out his Alpha 6 GTR built by NextGen, and Tariq brought out his 2017 Alpha 6 GTR also built by NextGen. Calvin is here in the low-bar turbo and nitrous-fed RS3, while his brother Dom is here in the software and downpiped 911 Turbo S. The other Dom is here with his 4AGE powered Turbo Beetle, boosting 2.4 bar. This car was built by Dom and his dad, and it took them about 9 months. Last, we have Leslie in the Subaru wagon. Hello.
How's it, man?
This thing looks wild. What is it?
Huh?
Well, what motor is it? EJ25?
20.
EJ20?
Yes.
Probably a Spec C motor, isn't it?
It's the Bug-Eye semi-closed deck.
So that would be...
Stock Bug-Eye motor.
What do you mean stock? Not forged pistons, rods,
Nothing.
and turbocharger?
We've got a Turbonetics that they've put together for us.
I can see it's different location because you've got an exhaust.
Yeah, we did definitely. I thought the exhaust is great, so it's...
I can't believe it's a stock Bug-Eye motor.
Yeah, stock Bug-Eye.
We're gonna see if we can't make it the fastest stock motor.
But there aren't any fast stock motor Scoobies in the country.
No, not really, no. That's for sure. There's one, I know of one. Eh?
Who? Swain's?
No, this one.
Oh.
Good, man.
Rules. You jump, you lose. Cross the line, you lose. Simple rules, you lose your spot, you lose your money. Theoretically, it's 4 races to get to the end, right or wrong, and you win. So that's the most. The front wheel drive is also running tonight, so they'll be running in between. They'll be running most of the time because they're a lot more busy than what we are. So we will slot in between them, you understand? Because we can do cash night, it's over in 15 minutes, half an hour. We don't want to. So warm up, come now. If you need to cool down, it's fine. You got 15, 10 minutes. Don't come with a 45-minute cooling down bullshit. That don't come time. Mr. Bubbles, where is he? You will come time and needs 45 minutes to cool down. Change your mechanic. Change your mechanic straight away, please. You got 10 to 15 minutes to cool down. That is it. All right. Everyone bought their helmets. Little blocks in there. Right, guys. It's going to get to a point where I'm going to get very strict with the helmets there. We're not ready. We're going to get to a point where I think we should also start using long sleeves, not short. You know, guys, it's not for me, it's for you guys, for your own safety. You know, put long pants. Don't come with your beaters. Leave your nipple curtains at home. Put a jacket on, you know. Guys, something, you know, we got the facilities here. Let's use it properly. If something does happen, you're only going to plow into the grass. Understand? You don't want to say anything.
So no list racing tonight.
There is list racing, but it's list racing for...
Can is in someone I can get on the list tonight.
No, there's no way tonight, but the only way you're going to do is the next event, which is 2 weeks' time. Tonight's Cash Night's episode 2. I don't know if they didn't tell you,
a good
but
reason to come next time.
that's it. But at least you know what?
But if I'm on the list, I must be here next time as well. So
That's it.
give me a reason.
Give it a go today. And see if you enjoy
Most
it.
of the cars aren't
That's the thing, a lot of guys are broke, someone's cars are getting fixed, so we do. That's why we have a cash night in between. It gives guys a little bit more time to fix their cars. And cash nights is welcome to outsiders. We've got the likes of a guy from Middelburg, came all the way down here to race tonight. I see we've got a couple of Subarus and I know there's 2 or 3 cars short, but I will make a plan. I'll make a plan to get more cars involved. Because there were 4 or 5 guys that pulled out the last minute. So but we'll get 2 or 3 cars just to participate to make sure that we have 16. Alright, if you guys want to ask anything, everyone at cash shop.
5 races.
Yeah, we can do something like that. We'll see. I'll make it happen.
Grudge racing, if you want to call someone
Grudge racing in between is fine. That's like I said, if you want a grudge race, no problem. Then don't come tell me your car's hot now because you had a grudge race. That's it. As you guys can see, the guys haven't been here before. If you're on the left lane, you're on the right lane, right lane must left, the left lane come past first. Understand? You go around the circle if you want. If your car stops in time, you can take the short right. But the guy on the left has got preference over the guy on the right. So make sure that the guy on the left goes past you, then you can do your U-turn and come. The return, if you're in front. If you're in the return lane, please guys, just be careful. I've seen guys are getting a little bit cocky lately and start bagging their cars back up here.
Turn lane short.
It's very short and it's full of stones for the new guys that have not been here. That's it. Last time you know, a guy he plowed into the wood jump because he was rally driving, wants to do 400 km an hour coming down here. So please boys, on the way down, just cool down. Then you guys have to come back and tell me, no, my car's hot. I'm going to call bullshit, you're going to line up your car nonetheless. That's it. Alright, Jade and them will sort the front wheel drive. My 16, let's get cash going, let's get money going, and I'll do the rest.
Rick, you pay 600.
Hey, out of town NV3, isn't it?
Can I race my way backwards up the list so I can have more runs? Because I think if I start at the bottom, I'm only going to race once. No, that was the other one.
You gonna run the scoop today, Jared? Jared done it? Is he running the scoop today? Do you know?
I don't know.
So when it's running, you're gonna come run the front wheel drive list?
New car, new playground.
Okay. Also C20XE or 20XE?
Same. Just lighter and redder.
The C only stands for catalytic converter, right?
Because I made 1, 2, 2.
Ken, are you in? Okay, so yeah, we've
I got
got
no gas.
Okay, but you know what we do with Ken? My hands are full. Yeah, 12.
I got no nitrous at all. 0. I would fill the bottle, put it behind the seat, the way I put it down and I close the seat. And open the bottle.
Kenneth arrived just before we put everybody's names into a hat to decide who races who. And that's how the races for this cash night were decided. The sorting hat of the Deep South. Luckily for Kenneth, Graham had an extra bottle of NOS for him to borrow.
Look at someone who's so happy now.
Let's get going. First race, Renier and Kenneth. Second race, JP and Leslie. Third race, Donnie and Elandra. Fourth race, Dom and Raymond. Fifth race, Calvin and Torik. Sixth race, Dom and Graham. Let's get going. Front wheel drive. Let's get started. Let's get going. Oh wait, Fernando, you're 5 rand. Donnie's that's
Ja, maar kom ze met olie lek.
okay. We're gonna get it going. All right, the first race. We're gonna flip lanes. How do you guys want to do it? You want to just do it like that?
No, I think flip lanes.
I think there's a bit of something.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, but I need everybody. Everyone keeps running away.
Are we gonna do
Donnie?
Donnie left to go.
Yeah, Kenneth, you again. Renier. Okay, that's heads, eh? Okay. The 5 ranks heads. That's tails. Scores in the air.
Heads. Who must go? Ja, who must go? Okay, you go. No, go. Heads.
Heads it is. Left lane. Okay. First race, Renier and Kenneth.
First race of the night, and it's going to be Kenneth in the GT30 71R135i with Nos, who just got here, versus Lanier in this SR20 powered Corolla. The Corolla got the lead and held it until the car cut out, allowing Kenneth to catch and pass. The Corolla was eliminated from the cash night.
We're flipping for lanes, so if you win, that's heads.
No, no, it's who am I flipping against?
Against Leslie.
Leslie.
Who's calling? Who's calling? Call it now.
Heads. Heads it is. Pick your lane.
Left lane. It's fine.
Lane. Left lane. Okay. Second race, JP and Leslie.
Now we have two very different all-wheel drive cars from Japan. Leslie's Subaru Wagon versus Jacques Alpha 6 R35 GTR. This stock long block EJ20 is definitely the underdog in this situation. Jacques wins the race by 3 cars and the GTR moves on to the next round while the Subaru is eliminated.
Third race, Donnie and Elandra.
Elan's Golf 7R, which is on pump fuel tonight, is going to race Danny's SR20 Turbo Datsun GX. The modern German 2-litre 4-cylinder is going to race the Japanese 2-litre 4-cylinder from yesteryear, and the loser of this race will be eliminated from the cash night. Can you believe it was only half a car between these two? I think this victory is attributed to the all-wheel drive system in that Golf 7R.
Fourth race, Dom and Raymond.
Now, Raymond in the Mazda FE-powered Toyota Corolla is going to race Dom in the Porsche 911 Turbo S to see who advances to the next round of the cash night.
Those are the biggest backfires I've ever seen in my life.
And Dom runs away from the Toyota. You could say that the sorting hat of the Deep South played Raymond a very difficult hand.
Calvin, you guys are sorted today.
Yeah, we'll just decide. Doesn't matter.
They're both 4-wheel drives, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Fifth race, Calvin and Tariq.
Next up, we have Tariq in his next-gen build 2017 R35 Nissan GTR versus Calvin in his big turbo and nitrous-fed RS3.
It's gonna be a good race, this.
The huge displacement difference is overcome by a lot of NOS and Calvin takes the win. Tariq is eliminated.
Okay.
Our battle stopping power, so the left lane I've got a lot more runway.
The
right lane I'll go right past.
Graham will be okay, then I'm sure Graham will be fine with it.
Because I won't
He's a
stop.
gentleman. Sixth race, Dom and Graham.
Now it's time for Dom in the 4AGE powered Beetle to race Graham in the X5M with NOS. Unfortunately, due to a technical difficulty, we didn't catch the end of that race on video. However, the X5M was demolished by the Beetle. Now we can step away from the cash night for a bit with this front-wheel drive list placing race. It's going to be the Tweak Performance Golf 7 GTI versus the Strada Performance Polo GTI. That was a very close race, but somehow the Golf caught and passed the Polo 6R before the end of the 400. Dolph in his B18 Turbo Civic is going to race Johan in the Mazda FE-powered Turbo Bantam in another front-wheel drive list race. Dolph took the lead early and kept it. Next up is a grudge race between Callan in the Strada Performance Polo GTI and the Sinister Performance Fiesta ST. The Fiesta got in front and stayed in front. It's time for a front-wheel drive list race. Ryan in his 20-valve turbo with NOS is going to be racing George in his VR6 Turbo Golf 2. Unfortunately, JP forgot about the camera, but this was a very close race that the Corolla won by half a car. While Chris tries to start the generator for some light, the first stage of the cash night is over, and half the contestants have been eliminated. Now we need to consult with the sorting hat of the Deep South to decide who will race who in the next elimination stage of this cash night. Chris eventually got the lights working. Well, one of them at least. Aside from providing us with a lighting solution, he's also invested in more camera equipment to help us with more angles for Underground GP.
Only one light's working.
I know, I kind of looked into the other one. I think it popped as I turned it on with the generator.
Oh, did it pop?
I think it went, yeah.
Including a camera that will be at the finish line in the next episode, and most of the drone shots from this episode. Anyway, let's get back to the cash night. And oh boy, has the sorting hat of the Deep South delivered. Kenneth, in his big turbo 135i with NOS, is going to be racing the 1.6 litre 4AGE Turbo Beetle piloted by Dom. Kenneth got half a nose in front, just before the Beetle closed the gap and opened up a 2-car length lead before the end of the 400. Now we have Ilant in the 4-cylinder all-wheel drive turbocharged VAG versus Calvin in the 5-cylinder all-wheel drive turbocharged VAG. Unfortunately, it's not just the displacement difference Ilant has to fear, it's also the huge turbo and NOS Calvin brought along. Calvin gets in front from the launch and stayed in front all the way down. Ilant, like Kenneth, has also been eliminated. Next up is a grudge race between Tariq and Graham, who've also been eliminated from the cash night. X5M with NOS versus Alpha 6 GTR. Unfortunately, Tariq bogs hard and Graham runs away in the BMW. Danny is going to race Raymond. Both cars run 4-cylinder JDM turbo motors on JDM NA platforms, SR20 in the Datsun and Mazda FE in the Corolla. huge flames out the back of the Corolla. Then everything goes squirmy in the right-hand lane and Danny runs away. Raymond has just been eliminated from the cash night. The sorting hat of the Deep South has decided that Jacques in his Alpha 6 GTR will be racing Dom in the 911 Turbo S with software and a downpipe. What a close race, but our spotters confirmed that the Porsche took the race by one car, eliminating Jacques from the cash night. Back to the front-wheel drive list, and the Tweak Performance Golf 7 GTI is going to race George in his VR6 Turbo Golf 2. The Golf 2 takes an early lead, then the Golf 7 does very well to close the gap before the end of the 400. Now this Nissan champ wants to make some noise. Ryan is back with the front-wheel drive list, and Johan wants his spot at the top. FE-powered Bantam versus 4 AGE-powered Corolla. Ryan took the lead from the line. However, Johan in the Bantam caught and passed him before the end of the 400. Jacques and Tariq both have Alpha 6 GTRs built by NextGen. And because they've both been eliminated from the cash night, they decided to have a grudge race to see who's faster. It was a very close race, but Tariq just took the victory. Now we only have 3 cars left in the cash night. Calvin's RS3, Dom's 911 Turbo S, and the other Dom's 4 AGE powered Beetle. The sorting hat of the Deep South decided that Calvin was going to race Dom in the 911 Turbo S, and the winner of that race would race the other Dom in the 4 AGE powered Turbo Beetle. Calvin and Dom line up. Calvin was able to get a nose ahead of the 911. Then the Porsche closed a little gap and opened up a huge one. Then Chris decided to kick the camera again. However, it was already clear that the 911 won the race. Calvin has just been eliminated from the cash night, leaving Dom in the 911 Turbo S, who'll be racing the other Dom in the 4 AGE powered Beetle. So it's going to be Dom versus Dom to see who wins the cash night. I know how it sounds, but I promise you these names have been given to them by their parents. There's no copyright infringement going down here. The Beetle struggles for traction, crosses lanes and loses the cash night to the Porsche. That's right, Dom in the 911 Turbo S just won a big pot of cash and the cash night activities have concluded. Believe it or not, Dom actually gave the money back to the 011 Street Society to invest into the track. What a good man. However, the night was still young, so obviously more racing broke out. Leslie, in his stock block EJ20 Subaru wagon, wants to take on Graham in the X5M with NOS. Leslie's come out all the way from Middleburg, so he's here to put on a show, while Graham's X5M consistently puts on a show. Even though Graham took the lead and kept it, somehow Leslie and his Subaru closed the gap and opened up half a car before the end of the 400 meters. Calvin wants to race Dom's Beetle to see who would have taken third place in the cash night. Oh yeah, you definitely want to stand back when this Beetle comes to the line. Anti-lag for days. That's right, the Beetle took the lead from the blocks and finished the race a car ahead of the RS3. So Calvin's RS3 has finally lost not one but two races. So Jacques wants to attack while there's blood in the water. The next race is going to be Jacques' Alpha 6 versus Calvin's RS3. It's quite possible that the RS3 is low on NOS after that third loss to the Alpha 6. Feeling confident, Jacques decided he now wanted to go after the car that finished second in the cash night. So he called out Dom's Beetle. Unfortunately for Dom, shortly after he launched, the OEM diff on the Beetle exploded. As a result of the oil all over the left-hand lane, racing was over for the night. The Beetle that beat everything aside from that horrifically fast 911 Turbo S was demobilized in this run against Jacques' Alpha 6 GTR. I'm sorry Dom, but I'm sure you and your dad will put it back together stronger than it was before. Now, as I told you, the autoplay initiation events have been cancelled because we don't feel like the risk of racing heads up down the 1 kilometer is worth the possible loss. Well, not anymore. We'll happily make videos of people racing down the 1 kilometer and even race down it ourselves. However, we're not prepared to send two cars side by side down the 1 kilometer anymore, which is what the Initiation 2017 Drag Challenge was all about. And this is why we've cancelled it, refunded all the patrons, and given them online store credit to the value of 50% of their initiation purchases. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to share. Then like and follow our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more.